up, guys? It's AttackonSamurott, bringing you another Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle. So this is my 9th Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle on the channel, and I was just on Twitch, looking for battles, and I was in this Twitch stream by the name of this guy, Heff. So Heff, I have battled quite a bit. Actually, I think this might actually be my first time battling him. I did battle him in Oras. I wanted to battle him in Oras, but I don't think I had the opportunity. But luckily, I was able to get that opportunity to battle him in Sun and Moon. So he has a pretty cool looking team. He has the Ferrothorn, Midday Lycanroc, Garchomp, Tapu Koko, Arcanine, and a Mega Gyarados. So I'm still rocking my same Mega Aerodactyl team. This will actually be the last time I'll be using this team. Well, I'll still be using it, but I won't be using it regularly. So anyways, just to refresh your guys' memory, I am running Choice Banded Victini. Choice Banded Victini. I'm running Dab on him, the Hitmontop, with an Assault Vest, Special Defensive Gastrodon, with lefties, Muck, which is bulky offense. Which is invested in bulk and attack. Running the Black Sludge. Then we have Mega Aerodactyl, and also a mixed defense Ferrothorn. So this game was actually pretty fun, and it was actually a very close game. We both had some pretty cool plays, and we both made some really, some pretty bad plays. It was also a little bit hacksy, just a tiny bit hacksy, but it was still a pretty fun match. He actually uploaded his battle on his YouTube channel, so I will leave the link in the description. He actually uploaded his side of the battle a while back, so I know I'm pretty late to it, but you know what they say, it's never too late to be late, I guess, or whatever. I think I just made that up. But anyways, let's get into this battle. But before we do that, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I promise you that there will be more content like this and even better content along the way. So let's get it started. So my opponent, Mr. aka Heff, he is, well, actually I'm going to start with my Victini, because the way his team looked, he didn't really have much of an answer to Victini, so I decided that Victini would be the best start for me. So first off, the screen's going to get blurry right off the bat, but he's going to switch out his Ferrothorn, and he's going to go right into Gyarados because he had a feeling, I guess maybe he was predicting me to go for the fire type move, so he made a good play doing that. Which I do go for, so he's going to intimidate me on the switch in. I go for my Flare Blitz, and that Flare Blitz is going to do quite a bit to his Gyarados. Oh, there we go. It focused on itself. But that's going to do about 30% to him. So I'm pretty sure at this point he's thinking, okay, maybe he's banded or something. But right now I'm going to switch into I'm a Prick, and he's going to switch out his Gyarados, and he's going to go into the Garchomp. Now this Garchomp was kind of a problem, actually. You're going to see. So he's going to go for the SD right here. And that SD is pretty bad because I'm a Prick isn't physically defensive. So an Earthquake will do a lot if he has it. Or a Fire Fang will just end up knocking me out. So he goes Earthquake. And Earthquake is going to do a crap ton of damage to me. Going to bring me right into the red. So barely... So I'm a Prick barely held on to that. So I go for my Leech Seed, gonna wear him down a little bit after I got up my Stealth Rocks as well. So this is good for me because that's gonna again wear him down and such. Basically he can't really stay in here. So I'm going to get back to full, not get back to full, but I'm going to get a little bit more health back. I'm going to switch out, going to go into Aerodactyl, predicting him to go for Earthquake again. But instead, he actually goes for the Sword Stance. I don't really know why he went Sword Stance again. I guess maybe he was maybe he was making a prediction into something else, or maybe he thought I would get up another layer of spikes. I don't know what his game plan was, but he's gonna switch out right away, because I'm pretty sure he thinks I have Ice Fang, or something like that to hit the Garchomp with. So he's gonna switch out and gonna go into his own Ferrothorn as I Mega Evolve, and I'm going to grow rocks upon my head. So Aerodactyl's in here, and she's ready to rock and roll. I'm gonna go for an Ice Fang. He's ready to rock and roll. My bad. So I go for the Ice Fang, and Ice Fang does a decent amount of Ferrothorn, but I do have to pay the price with some Iron Barb's damage. So I'm gonna switch out. Gotta go into Victini right here. So I bring in Victini as he goes for the Stealth Rock. So that was a good plan on his part for doing that. Expecting to switch out and gonna get up his own rocks. So he's going to switch out Ferrothorn because of cooked Ferrothorn does not look great for him. So he's going to switch out and he's going to go into his Arcanine. And that is also going to get the Intimidate drop on me. So that is fine. So that revealed that he was a Intimidate Arcanine. So I'm going to go for the U-turn. And I think that was actually the best play I could have done right there, because, I had a feeling he was going to go into Arcanine anyway, so... or Gyarados, so I think U-turn was definitely the right play for me to make. So I bring in my Gastrodon. Gastrodon's going to take a little bit of Stealth Rock damage, but it doesn't really matter too much. He's going to go for the Toxic right here, so that told me that his Arcanine was some kind of support set, maybe, or maybe not support, but some kind of like bulky defensive set. So I go for Scald, and Scald does a crap ton of damage, so that told me that maybe he wasn't specially defensive, but most likely physically defensive. Because that Scald did a lot of damage to him. So he goes for the Morning Sun, and that is going to get him a little bit above half. But basically his plan right here is to just kind of Toxic stall me out a little bit. So again, Scald is going to bring him right down into the red. So after this next Scald, it will definitely take him out. So again, he's slowly whittling me down with Toxic, but it's not that big of a deal. So he's going to Morning Sun again. And like I said, that's going to bring him a little bit above half, or about half. So another Scald will definitely take out this Arcanine. So Arcanine will drop right here. And yeah, Arcanine's gone, which is great. So that's 2 Mons gone already, I think. I'm pretty sure I've been counting. It's been Arcanine and the not Garchomp. Garchomp hasn't dropped yet. What am I thinking about? But he's gonna bring Ferrothorn out right here, and I'm just like, all right, time to switch, because Gastrodon does not need to get hit with a Grass type move. So I'm gonna switch out, and I'm going to go into my own Ferrothorn right here. So right here, my opponent makes a pretty interesting play. Heff, he actually goes for the Thunder Wave with his Ferrothorn onto my own Ferrothorn. So I'm thinking he went Thunder Wave, predicting me to go into Victini. So that was actually a pretty smart play on his part for doing that. But it's actually going to hurt him a little bit right on this next turn. So he's going to switch out, and he's going to go into Garchomp. So Garchomp's in here, thinking he's safe, thinking I might go for a Leech, but no, I'm going for the Gyro Ball, and I'm going for that damage. Boom! Garchomp is going to take a crap ton of damage, and that's going to bring him right into the red. So he is going to get a little bit of rough skin damage on me, but it's not going to matter too much. So right here, he is going to go for the Earthquake, and I'm just going to sack off my Ferrothorn. I think that was probably the best play I could have done to sack off Ferrothorn. Just because, it couldn't really do much to anything else. Arcanine's gone. Garchomp's gone, and basically that's all I had to really worry about. I could have kept it around for Tapu Koko, but I guess maybe it was just too low, so I just felt like I didn't need to. But anyways, I'm gonna bring in Hitmontop, gonna get the Intimidate drop. He's gonna go for the Outrage, and that's gonna do a crap ton of damage. I go for the Rapid Spin, and that is going to get rid of the Stealth Hawks on my side of the field. So so great. But I think on this play I should have just taken out the Garchomp instead, and then I could have saved Hitmontop for a little bit later. But so at least I don't take Stealth Rock damage. But he's gonna go for Outrage again since he's locked into it, and that is gonna bring my Aerodactyl down quite a bit, which I think kind of hurt me a little bit. I could have went into something else maybe to take the Outrage. Actually, I don't think I had any other switch in, but Garchomp's gonna drop to the Earthquake, which is great. In comes Leviathan, his Gyarados. So Gyarados is gonna get gonna take 25% damage. I mean 25% from the Stealth Rocks. Gonna get the Intimidate drop on me. So right here, he's going to Mega Evolve, and we're gonna see another Mega Gyarados. Boom! The giant shrimp is here. The shrimp is in. The shrimp is now. He's gonna show off his Mold Breaker. I'm gonna go for Stone Edge and Miss, cause Stone Miss is great. It's one of the best moves out there. It hits 100% of the time, but then its accuracy is 0. So anyways, I'm gonna go for Stone Edge again, and Stone Edge is barely gonna take out the Gyarados. If I landed the other Stone Edge, then it definitely would have taken out the Gyarados, and I would be able to have a little bit of a I would have had more usefulness with Aerodactyl. So I'm gonna get the Intimidate off on the Gyarados, but again, Gyarados is now at neutral and +1, so it didn't really matter too much going for that. But he is going to finish me off with an Earthquake, so I was kind of okay with that, sort of. But right here, I bring in Gastrodon. Gastrodon was pretty much my only switch in, so he's gonna go for the Waterfall. And I forgot that since he's Mold Breaker, Water type moves do go through Gastrodon, since Gastrodon does carry Storm Drain. So what Storm Drain does is that it negates all Water type moves and it gets that +1 boost, but it didn't really matter. So I get the Scald and I burn it, and Gyarados is very, very low, so the burn will take it off. I mean, we'll take it down. So I got very, very lucky to get that burn. If I didn't burn the Gyarados, it probably would have just destroyed the rest of my team. But anyways, Lycanroc is gonna come in here, and my opponent is actually going to go for the Sucker Punch right here. And instead of going for an attacking move, I actually go for the Recover. So I go for Recover, and that is gonna bring me at about 141 ish health. Actually 146, but Toxic is gonna bring me down a little bit. So right here, he is going to switch out his Lycanroc because he does not want this thing to fall to a Scald. So he's gonna bring in the Ferrothorn right here. So Ferrothorn comes in, I go for a Scald, and that is actually gonna burn his Ferrothorn too. So that's 2 Mons burn. So that means that Gastrodon's on point, which is great. But I think what I should have done, instead of going for the Skull, because I had a feeling he was going to switch out anyway, I should have went for the Recover, but I think that's okay. I was surprised he actually went for Sucker Punch instead of going for the other move. But right here, I actually go for the Recover again, because I had a feeling that he wasn't going to go for a Grass type move. He was going to predict. I had a feeling that maybe he would go for Stealth Rock again, or he could go for Leech Seed, predicting my switch into Victini or whatever I may want to bring in. But fortunately for me, I don't get hit with a Grass type move, which I was very, very happy for. So Ferrothorn is getting slowly whittled down by Burn. Right here, I'm going to switch out, and I'm going to go into Muck. And Muck was pretty much my best switch into this Ferrothorn. Now you're probably thinking, Samurott, how is Muck a good switch in? It's only poison and dark. It only does physical damage to other mons. So why would you bring in Muck on a Ferrothorn? Like, come on, that doesn't make any sense, man. Wrong. I got the Flamethrower. Boom. There goes Ferrothorn. Here's your answer to that, people. Good. The Ferrothorn drops, and that is great. So Ferrothorn is gone, which is fantastic for me. So right here, he brings in Lycanroc. And I'm just like, okay, I don't want to stay in on this Lycanroc because Lycanroc could be, a potential threat. So I switch out Muck, and I have to go into Gastrodon because that's my only switching into this. So I'm actually gonna pause this right here because the recording is about to stop. Oh, okay, well, yeah, it's about to stop. Hold up. Sorry about that, guys. The video had cut off, again. You know, it cuts off at like 15 minutes or whatever. But basically, we're back to right here, where he is about to unleash the Z move on me. Yes, the Lycanroc. The Lycanroc was carrying a Z crystal the whole time. And he is going to go for the Continental Crush and is going to decimate my Gastrodon. Like, this rock is going to destroy my slug. Come on, Gastrodon, take it. Gastrodon barely took that. So I was so surprised when they did. When they did take that Continental Crush. Like I was just very surprised when I took it. So he goes for Stone Edge, and that is able to finish on my Gastrodon right there. So he played that very well. He kind of risked the game too. He kind of risked it. But again, I had to switch in Gastrodon because I had to let Gastrodon take it. It was the only one I had that could take it. So he goes Stone Edge. Stone Edge is going to do a lot, and that is going to do over half. I go for the knockoff, forgetting that Lycanroc doesn't have an item because it has the Z Crystal. So I can't knock off Z Crystal. So he goes for Stone Edge again, and he gets a crit. So yeah, that's there goes my there goes Muck, which was kind of a little meh, but that's okay. I don't think the crit really mattered too much. But anyways, all I have left is Victini. He's gonna go for the Sucker Punch again, thinking that I'm running a Choice Scarf Victini. So I go for Zen Headbutt, and I'm able to land it. So goodbye Lycanroc, and all my opponent has left is the Tapu Koko, and Tapu Koko will definitely outspeed my my Victini, since Victini is again base 100 and Tapu Koko is 30 points higher than that, being at base 130. So a Thunderbolt will finish off my Victini, and that is a GG. So again, this was definitely the closest game I had with this team. It was very close, and it was pretty fun too. But again, the game wasn't as perfect. Like it was still a good game, but I feel like I could have made some better plays. Like for example, right after I went for knockoff on Lycanroc near the end, I should have just, you know, kind of went for the Shadow Sneak and see if I could maybe get a poison after the Shadow Sneak, but nah, that didn't happen. So yeah, I kind of had to rely on him getting a poison, but again, that didn't happen. So yeah, because if I kept Muck around a little bit longer, I could have dealt with the Tapu Koko. Because I think Muck could have lived a Thunderbolt from it. But anyways, that's going to be it for this Wi-Fi battle. Again, check out Heff. He's a pretty cool guy. Does a lot of content just like me. And he also streams as well. Yeah. Oh yeah, question of the day. Mega Mawile and Mega Beedrill are going to be released soon. So, who was your so which one was your favorite when they were released? Was it Mega Mawile or was it Mega Beedrill? Well, I think I've told you guys already, but my favorite was Mega Mawile. Mega Mawile was the beast in X and Y, and I'm so glad to be able to use it again. I actually have a team on Showdown that I want to show off at some point, so I'm probably going to do a team builder with that team. And you know, kind of show it off and such, and maybe do battles with it too. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this one. Again, leave a like, comment, subscribe, share the video, let other people know about me, and you know, I will try and put out the best content I can as of this moment. So take care, have a good one. I've said that 3 times.